welcome to our final chapter of the Magic Faraway tree. And we are in the land of presents. It sounds like it might be the best land so far. So, next day, all the 4 children woke up feeling excited. It was so lovely when the really nice land was at the top of the Faraway tree. They'd been to the land of birthdays before, and the land of take what you want. The land of goodies had been nice, and the land of do as you please, and the land of presents sounded just as exciting. I wonder who gives the presents, and if you can choose them, said Franny. I'd like a necklace of blue beads. And I'd like an enormous box of chocolates, said Rick. You would, said Joe. Anything to eat, and you're happy. I'd like a toy aeroplane that would fly from my hands and come back to them. I shall bring something home from Mother, said Beth. She wants a new purse. When can we start, Joe? I'm all ready. They set off about 11 o'clock when they'd had done all their work. They were very excited. It was so lovely to think that Silky, Moonface and Saucepan were safe again and coming to enjoy the land of presents with them. Perhaps What's-His-Name and the Angry Pixie would come too. Well, everyone in the Faraway tree had heard that the land of presents was at the top of the tree that day, and dear me, what a lot of people were steadily climbing up that morning. Brownies from the wood below, pixies and owls, even rabbits from their holes. The Angry Pixie's house was empty. He'd gone already. The owl had gone too, for he was not asleep in his little house as usual. Dame Washalot was gone, and no water came pouring down the tree as the children climbed up. What a crowd there'll be, said Joe happily. I hope we aren't too late. I hope there'll be some presents left for us. Oh, goodness, let's hurry, said Rick in alarm. He didn't want to lose the big box of chocolates he wanted. Moonface, Silky and Saucepan were waiting most impatiently for them. Hurry, hurry, cried Silky. The land of presents goes in an hour. It never stays long. Quick, quick. Up the ladder they all went, talking and laughing in excitement. And my goodness me, what a wonderful land it was. There were Christmas trees hung with presents of all kinds. There were lucky dips full of exciting parcels. You had to dip in your hand for those. There were tables spread with the loveliest things. And oh, the chattering and giggling that went on as people chose their presents and went off with them. Rick marched up to a Christmas tree because he saw hanging on it the most wonderful box of chocolates. A goblin was in charge of the tree and he smiled at Rick. I want that box of chocolates, said Rick. Who is it for? Asked the goblin, getting out some scissors to cut down the box. For myself, said Rick. The goblin put away his scissors and shook his head gravely. This is the land of presents, he said, not the land of take what you want. You can only get things here to give to other people. I'm sorry, this isn't a selfish land at all. Rick looked very gloomy. He moved away. How stupid. He couldn't get anything for himself then. And he so much wanted the chocolates. He saw a lovely blue necklace hanging on another tree and he thought of Franny. She had badly wanted a necklace of blue beads to go with her best blue frock. He went up to the goblin in charge of the tree. May I have that blue necklace to give to Franny? He asked. Where is she? Said the goblin, getting out his scissors. Call her. Franny! Franny, come here, said Rick. I've got something for you. Franny came running up. The goblin handed Rick the blue necklace and he gave it to Franny. Put it round my neck for me and do it the clasp, she said. Oh, Rick, thank you. It's lovely. Now, what present would you like me to get for you? Oh, Franny, I'd like that big box of chocolates, said Rick, beaming all over his face. Would you get it for me? And Franny at once asked the goblin there for it and gave it to Rick. He undid the box and offered it to Franny. Have a chocolate, he said. Well, as soon as the children knew how to set about getting the presents, they had the most wonderful time. All except dear old Saucepan, who'll keep on getting the wrong presents for everyone because he kept on hearing all the things wrong. What would you like for a present? He asked Beth. Oh, Saucepan, I'd really like a frock, said Beth. Well, Saucepan thought she said clock, and off he went to find the biggest one in the land. He managed to get one at last and put it on his back. It was a grandfather clock and so large that it quite bent him in two with its weight, and everyone stared in surprise as old Saucepan came up with it. Here you are, Beth dear, here's your clock, said the Saucepan, beaming at her. Saucepan, I said frock, not clock, said Beth, trying not to laugh. A frock. Poor Saucepan, he simply didn't know what to do with the clock after that, and in the end he left it in a field, striking by itself very solemnly. Then he asked Dame Washalot what she would like for a present. Well, I need a new iron, said the old dame. I'll get you one, said Saucepan. But you know, he had heard it quite wrong. He thought Dame Washalot said lion. Though if he'd stopped to think one moment, he would have known that she didn't want a lion, or a tiger, or an elephant either. It was difficult to find a lion in the land of presents, but as a rule, there was whatever anyone wanted, they must have. So the goblins managed to produce one somehow. He got a collar and a lead for it and took it back to Dame Washalot and the others, and they all stared at him in amazement. "What's the saucepan got a lion for?" said Joe. "Dame Washalot, here's the lion you wanted," said Saucepan beaming, and he put the lead in Dame Washalot's hand. She dropped it at once and backed away. "Saucepan, don't play this kind of jokes on me. You know I'm scared of lions." "Then why did you ask me to get you a lion?" asked Saucepan, astonished. "I said iron, not lion," said Dame Washalot quite snappily. "Well then, wouldn't you like to put it in your wash tub and wash it clean?" said Saucepan. But nothing would make Dame Washalot take the lion. So in the end, Saucepan had to take it into the field where the clock was and let it loose. "Perhaps it'll eat the grass and be happy," said Saucepan. "Oh, Saucepan, lions don't eat grass," said Joe with a laugh. "Now, tell me, what do you want for a present?" "Some more kettles and saucepans," said the old saucepan man at once. So Joe went to a lucky dip and said what he wanted. He put in his hand and drew out 4 large knobbly parcels, 2 shiny kettles and 2 fine saucepans. The saucepan was very pleased indeed. He put one of the new saucepans on for a hat. Well, it was fun in the land of presents. Everyone went round getting something for the others. Rick got a toy sweet shop for Beth. She was delighted. She got a fine aeroplane for Joe that flew from his hand and cleverly came back to it each time it flew. Joe got a new hat for What's-His-Name with a yellow feather in it, and What's-His-Name got a pair of silver shoes for Silky, and she put them on at once. "Are we allowed to take anything home for our mother and father?" Joe asked Moonface. "Of course, as long as you say it's for them and no one else," said Moonface. So Joe went to where a Christmas tree was hung with presents and got a beautiful box set of hankies for his father, and Beth got a large new purse for her mother. Suddenly Joe looked at his watch. "Oh, it's almost 12. He said, "The land of presents will be moving off in a minute. We'd better go." "Anyway, we really can't carry anything more. Goodness, what a lovely lot of things we've got." So they left the lovely land of presents and went down the ladder to the faraway tree. They said goodbye to Moonface and the others and sat carefully down on cushions, their presents on their knees so that they wouldn't break. And one by one they shot off down the slippery slip and out of the trap door. They heard a curious roar as they landed on the moss outside the tree, and Joe looked up into the branches. "Do you know, I believe that funny old lion followed us down the ladder," he said. "Whatever will Dame Washalot do with him if he won't leave her? I guess she'll have to wash him every day in her wash tub." "Well, he'll wish he hadn't left the land of presents then," said Beth with a giggle. "Come on, let's go home to Mother. What a lovely adventure. I hope it won't be the last." And it won't, because the faraway tree is still there. But we must leave them now to have their adventures by themselves, for there's no time to tell you anymore. There they all go through the enchanted wood, carrying their lovely presents. What a lucky lot of children they are, to be sure. The end. Well, it's been lovely reading to you whilst we're not in school year 2, and I'm very sad to have finished our story, but hopefully I'll get to see your faces again in person soon. And until then, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.